Yo legends, and welcome back to another collections video with me, of course, Rubicon. And as you can see in this one, we're looking at the OG Xbox, and we have a nice amount of games in my collection, so let's get straight into them. We're not going to go too much into detail as we don't want the video to be too long, do we? So let's get in with it. Starting off with one of Xbox's probably most popular franchises, and that is, of course, Halo. It is a great series. I've not played too much of them because for some reason when I was younger I ended up getting headaches quite a bit every time I put it on, but I'm going to try and get into them again. And of course we got Halo 2 as well. This next one was actually suggested to me by another fellow YouTuber in Griffles Retro Gaming, and that is Fable. It is actually quite a nice game, but I do need to get back to it and put some more time into that. Next up we have Judge Dredd, Dredd vs. Death, another great game. Next up we have a game that I've had since pretty much I've had the Xbox, and that is Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. Fun game, Matt. Fun game if you've not played that already, and it's only on the Xbox. We have Worms Forts, Under Siege, and obviously we all love Worms, don't we? Next up, Dead or Alive 3, cracking fighting game. And this next one, guys, obviously you know the story by now. It's the reason I bought the Xbox, and that is, of course, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Love this game. Never finished it though, but it is absolute cracking game, as well as obviously Pandora Tomorrow, and of course Chaos Fury. Absolutely brilliant games. Splinter Cell. I got stuck on this one as well. I could never get past it. Next up we have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3. So I've not played too much of that. Next up we have Rainbow Six Lockdown. So a lot of the games here I bought just to add to the collection, which I've not really put on yet. We've also got Ghost Recon. It's more of a stealth sort of, I'd imagine, a war game. Next up we have Ninja Gaiden. I absolutely loved Ninja for the PlayStation 1, but because obviously that's only on Xbox, I bought that one. Next up we have a franchise that me and Matt used to play all the time. We used to play this a lot, really, and that is Project Gotham Racing. Absolute fun to play. It is so good. And of course we've got Project Gotham Racing 2. I know there's a third one for the 360. I've not quite got yet, but I'm going to add that at some point. We also got, obviously, Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing, based on the movie. Evil has one name to fear. But yeah, Van Helsing, that's a fun game. Next up we have something I used to play on the PS2 quite a lot, and that is The Sims. And I remember there was a code you could put in as well to have unlimited money, and you can build whatever you want and how big you want. Next up we have Headhunter Redemption. I think there was a previous Headhunter game which I used to enjoy playing, so I bought that, but I've not played too much of it. Next up we have the classic Burnout. Great game. Love the Burnout series. Next up we have something that I've not played at all, I don't think, and that is LMA Manager 2004. I used to enjoyed Championship Manager for the PC. I think 2003, 2004 edition. I've got it in my collection, so I'll show you that at some point. Next up we have Second Sight. That is a great game. It's obviously a deeply involving grown-up thriller. Absolutely brilliant. Next up we have Unreal Championship. Of course, only on Xbox. I've not played much of that. Next up we have Reckless. The Yakuza's missions. Another great game. Next up is based on an old classic film. That is, I think, one of my dad's favourite films, and that is The Great Escape. I think I've seen the film maybe once, a long time ago. But, next up we have obviously Tony Hawk's 4, the greatest skateboarding franchise on all consoles. Next up we have, as you guys know, same old story, Doom is my all-time favourite franchise. Doom 3 was obviously originally released on the Xbox. They did re-release it for the PlayStation 3 as well, in the BFG edition. We also have Doom 3 to go with that, which was the expansion pack for Doom 3, obviously. But you couldn't play this unless you had Doom 3. Next up we have Call of Duty 2, Big Red One. I don't think I've played this. I've maybe played a little bit of the campaign, but it's old school Call of Duty. Next up is another game that me and Matt used to play back in the day. We used to play a lot of, and that is, of course, WWE Raw. As you guys know, I've always got to have a wrestling game in somewhat of any of my collections. But yeah, WWE Raw, absolute brilliant game. Me and Matt used to have a lot of fun on that, and also we got Raw 2, another one we used to play a lot. But yeah, Matt, you'll remember these. And they were only on Xbox. Next up we have WrestleMania 21, only on Xbox. Now, as you've seen before, WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 19 were released on GameCube. And I don't think they were released on any other console. But then we never got a WrestleMania 20. But then all of a sudden we got WrestleMania 21 released on the Xbox, which wasn't released on GameCube. So I was a bit bummed out about that, because I was hoping WrestleMania games would be purely for GameCubes after WrestleMania 18. And next up we obviously got my latest pickup from August, and that is, of course, Fantastic Four. Still not played this yet, but I do intend to, because, as I said, it does look a lot of fun. But there we have it, guys. That is my OG Xbox collection. So we've got a nice amount. But yeah, that's it, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you do enjoy watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well for more upcoming videos, pickups, collections, you name it. But guys, thanks for watching. I've been Rubicon, you've been Legends, and we'll see you in the next one.